2026 can be the year you finally start from zero, but for real. Not from guilt, not from rush, from a clarity that cuts like a blade. Most people don't fail because they lack dreams. They fail because every January begins with the same promises, the same list, and the same self-deception. Today I won't hype you up. I'll give you a practical Stoic method to rebuild discipline and structure, so your year doesn't depend on motivation. And in a few minutes you'll spot the exact reason you keep repeating cycles, and the first step to break them. Look at what most people do when a new year arrives. They write a list, they swear, this time is different. They feel a rush for a few days, and then life returns to normal. The calendar changes, but the mind stays the same. And if the mind stays the same, the results stay the same. The Stoics taught something simple and uncomfortable. Your life doesn't change when you want it to. It changes when you put your inner world in order and act with intention, especially on ordinary days. This isn't a modern idea. It's a tested truth, proven by philosophers, leaders, and ordinary people who stopped living in disorder and started building character one day at a time. If something in your life feels out of place, if your mind is tired, if you keep repeating the same mistakes, if you want peace, focus, self-discipline, but you don't know where to begin, this is for you. No empty promises, clear principles, real tools to gain clarity, discipline, and direction. Stay to the end, because if you listen carefully, you might find the starting point you've been looking for. Before we begin, do something small but powerful. Write in the comments, I start from zero with discipline and clarity. Write it not for me, for you. By writing it, you're making a symbolic commitment to yourself. A reminder that this new beginning won't come from luck, but from conscious decisions. Now let's start. Lesson 1. Know your real starting point. Before you think about goals, new habits, or making 2026 the best year of your life, there's one instruction you cannot skip. Face your reality without decoration, without excuses, without lying to yourself. Most people fail not because they lack motivation, but because they lack honesty. They say they want change, but they avoid looking at where they actually are. They spend more than they earn, postpone what matters, lose emotional control, and then wonder why their life doesn't move forward. Stoicism is clear. You can't direct what you refuse to observe. And here is a truth you need to repeat slowly. There is no transformation without clarity. There is no transformation without clarity. Watch how you use your time. What do you do when nobody is watching? Where do your hours disappear? What thoughts do you repeat every day? That daily review was a basic Stoic practice, not to punish yourself, but to wake up. Marcus Aurelius didn't ask what he wanted to become. He asked whether he was living according to his principles today. Now define something most people are terrified to define. The future you refuse to live. This is your anti-vision. It's not pessimism, it's lucidity. Picture clearly a life ruled by debt, mental disorder, impulsive habits, and years passing without purpose. Feel the weight of that road, not to sink into fear, but to build an inner boundary. The human brain reacts more strongly to pain than pleasure. That's why this image can be more powerful than any motivational quote. It's not about dreaming of success. It's about deciding what you are no longer willing to tolerate. Discipline isn't born from excitement. Discipline is born from a clear rejection of a mediocre life. Mental clarity doesn't arrive when everything is solved. It arrives when you accept the truth of your situation without running from it. Knowing your real starting point is courage. It's the end of self-deception. It's the start of responsibility, the heart of Stoicism and real personal growth. Don't move forward yet. First, look, because only the person who knows exactly where they stand can start from zero with strength and direction. Lesson 2. Strengthen your 3 foundations. If you want to start from zero and make 2026 truly different, understand this now. You cannot build a stable life on weak foundations. It doesn't work. It never has. Stoicism says, strengthen the ground first, then build the structure. Let's talk about the daily basics. Your body, your health, and your finances. These are your 3 foundations. If one collapses, everything leans. You can have big dreams, but if you live exhausted, eat carelessly, and let money control you, your mind won't think about purpose. It will think about survival. Here's a direct truth. Without energy, there is no discipline. Without energy, there is no discipline. Start with your body, not as vanity, but as responsibility. A neglected body becomes a burden. Exercise is not punishment, it's training for life. The Stoics understood the body is an instrument of character. When you strengthen your body, you train willpower, self-control, and consistency. You don't need perfect routines. You need daily consistency. Now your health. Poor sleep, careless eating, living in constant speed. This always comes with a cost. Food is not just fuel. It's self-respect. Every choice you make is a message you send to yourself. Mindfulness traditions talk about attention. Stoicism talks about temperance. Different words, same truth. Taking care of yourself is not weakness. It's practical wisdom. And now money, often the most painful one. Financial chaos creates constant anxiety. There is no peace of mind when bills are chasing you. Managing money doesn't make you materialistic. It makes you free, free to choose, free to say no, free to think clearly. Financial self-discipline is a deep form of Stoic self-control. Ignoring these foundations is self-sabotage, not bad luck, not the system. Disorder is expensive. Order is power. Strengthen your body, protect your health, bring your finances into order. Do it even when you don't feel like it. That's where character is built. First stability, then purpose. That's how you start from zero and build a year that doesn't collapse. Lesson 3. The heaviest chains are the ones you build in your mind. You can organize your calendar, improve habits, even put your external life in place. But if your mind stays chaotic, you'll still be trapped. This is the lesson most people ignore, and that's why they repeat cycles. The heaviest chains aren't outside you. They're in your mind. Think about daily noise, the phone you can't put down, the anxiety that appears without warning, the thoughts that never stop talking. Most people live reacting, not deciding. Here's a truth that's sharp and absolute. Whoever doesn't govern their mind ends up being governed by it. Stoicism is firm here. Real freedom is self-mastery. Not controlling the world, but controlling yourself. Epictetus said it plainly. It's not events that disturb you, it's how you interpret them. Until you master that, any external order is fragile. Reduce stimulation, less social media, less noise, less other people's opinions entering your mind without permission. Every unnecessary stimulus weakens attention, and without attention, there is no discipline. Create daily moments of silence, not to think more, but to think less. Silence isn't emptiness. It's space, space where clarity returns. Write, get the weight out of your head. When you write, you organize. When you organize, you free yourself. Stoics used writing as inner review, not to complain, but to see patterns, reactions, emotions, triggers. Now go deeper. Observe your emotions without obeying them. Emotion isn't the enemy. Impulsive reaction is. Feel anger, sadness, fear, but don't decide from that place. Breathe, wait, choose with temperance. That is inner strength. Different traditions say it differently, but they point to the same truth. Peace is not the absence of problems, it's the presence of inner control. Cleaning your mind isn't a vague spiritual act. It's a practical strategy to live better, think better, and act with clarity. When you master your inner world, the outer world can't chain you. And before we move on, if this is helping you rebuild real discipline, subscribe to Stoic Spring. Your life improves when you build the habit of protecting your inner peace and growing in maturity. Stay with us, because the next lesson is where most people fail, even after they feel inspired. Lesson 4. Your new self is built where nobody sees you. If you want to start from zero and truly change, accept this rule without debate. Real transformation is silent. It happens when nobody is watching. Look at your daily life. How many times do you talk about what you're going to do? And how many times do you do it? Announcing goals, explaining plans, searching for approval. It looks harmless, but it's not. Every time you talk too much about your goals, your brain gets a false sense of progress. It calms you, it relaxes you, and it steals the energy you need to act. Here's the truth. Progress is not announced. It is executed. Progress is not announced. It is executed. Marcus Aurelius didn't advertise virtues. He lived them. Your philosophy must be seen in your actions, not your words. Real discipline doesn't seek applause. True self-control doesn't need witnesses. Do what you said you would do, even when nobody knows. Wake up early, train, study, clean your space, Track your spending. Turn off the noise. Keep your promises to yourself. Enter a phase of silence. Don't explain. Don't justify. Don't seek recognition. Act. Silence strengthens willpower. Solitude, used well, strengthens the mind. The shadow phase is uncomfortable. Nobody claps, nobody celebrates you. And that's exactly where real inner strength is forged. That's where procrastination breaks. That's where self-discipline is born, not because it's exciting, but because it's necessary. Work in silence and let results make the noise. Work in silence and let results make the noise. This changes more than your habits. It changes your identity. When you keep promises to yourself without spectators, you become someone you can trust. And when you trust yourself, everything begins to align. Lesson 5. The liberating art of letting go. If you want to start from zero, you must release something first. You can't move forward carrying what is already pulling you down. Attachment is quiet, but it's one of the strongest brakes on progress. Not because what you hold is valuable, but because it once had a place, and now it doesn't. Look at the everyday signs. Relationships that drain you. Habits you know are destroying you. Stories you repeat to justify why you don't move. Old identities you cling to because you're afraid of who you'd be without them. Here's a truth that's clear and absolute. It's not the road that exhausts you. It's the weight you refuse to drop. Stoicism is firm here. Everything is temporary. To cling to what changes is to turn it into a prison. Epictetus taught it clearly. You don't lose what you release. You free yourself from what no longer belongs to you. The problem isn't losing. The problem is insisting. Start with one simple action. Identify one thing that no longer serves you and let it go. A habit, a relationship, an excuse. Don't try to drop everything at once. Letting go is an art, not a tantrum. Every conscious release returns energy, focus, and clarity. Attachment is usually fear in disguise. Fear of being alone. Fear of starting again. Fear of not knowing who you are without that thing. But here's the paradox. The more you cling, the less you recognize yourself. Letting go doesn't make you cold. It makes you free. It allows you to say no without guilt and move forward without dragging the past. If 2026 will be different, create space, because the new can't enter a life full of dead weight. First release, then walk light. That's where real inner transformation begins. Lesson 6. If you don't build boundaries, your energy becomes a hallway. If you don't build walls, your energy becomes a place people pass through. Your time dissolves, your attention fractures, and your life becomes a reaction to other people's urgencies. This isn't lack of luck, it's lack of structure. You accept commitments you don't want. You answer messages by impulse. You say yes when inside you know it's no. And then you wonder why you're tired, why you're not moving, why discipline keeps breaking. Here's the truth. Whoever doesn't protect their energy loses it. Stoicism teaches that self-discipline begins with protecting your inner space. Marcus Aurelius spoke of the mind as a fortress, not a wall to isolate you, but a structure that decides what enters and what doesn't. Start practical. Set hours, set priorities. Turn off notifications that steal your focus. Learn to say no without long explanations. A clear no today prevents resentment tomorrow. Boundaries are not rejection. They're respect. Respect for your time, for your energy, for your process. Not everyone will understand your change. That's fine. Your goal isn't to please. Your goal is to progress. And here is the hardest boundary. Keeping the promises you make to yourself. You can fail others and still move on. But when you fail yourself, character weakens. Every broken promise erodes inner trust. And without trust in yourself, there is no inner strength. Protect what you're building. Not to shut the world out, but to keep your foundation strong. When you honor your boundaries, your energy stops being a hallway and becomes sacred ground. Lesson 7. Build structure. Stop making promises. Promises sound good, but they don't hold anything up. When emotion drops, when exhaustion hits, when life pressures you, only one thing remains. Structure. Look at what happens every year. You start motivated. You say, now I will change. You plan new habits, early mornings, discipline. Then a hard week comes and it all disappears. That's not lack of willpower, it's lack of a system. Here's the truth. Discipline doesn't depend on how you feel. It depends on how your life is organized. Stoicism teaches, don't trust the impulse, trust the routine. Stoics didn't wait to feel like it. They acted because it was correct. Small, consistent action is what forms character. Start with basics. Clear wake-up time, clear work blocks, clear rest, clear stopping point. A short daily review, repeatable actions. You don't need perfect plans, you need systems that still work on bad days. Structure removes mental friction. It saves decisions. It gives clarity. Structure isn't rigidity, it's stability. It holds your self-discipline when motivation disappears. And this is the real beginning. Stop promising. Start designing. Design your life so progress becomes inevitable. When fatigue arrives, when doubt shows up, when chaos tries to return, your structure keeps you standing. And remember this, starting from zero doesn't mean erasing your past. It means using it with wisdom. Every rule you heard today is not a burden, it's a guide. Stoicism doesn't promise an easy life, but it builds a life that is steady, clear, and meaningful. If this video helped you see more clearly, write again in the comments. I start from zero with discipline and clarity. Write it as a closing, as a final commitment. Writing it twice reinforces the decision and reminds you that change is built one day at a time. If this content gives you peace, focus, and real personal growth, subscribe to Stoic Spring and walk with us. Your life improves when you build the habit of protecting your inner peace and growing in maturity. Share this with someone who needs to rebuild their life and start again. Thank you for being here. Don't let this be just another video. Let it be your first conscious step toward the best year of your life.